If we think about the Australian firm and the size and the complexity, 6 divisions, 14 locations, 85 key client service lines, and well over 200 applications, 150,000 data points from the front to the back, firm-wide, all the dependencies and the intricacies around undertaking a business impact assessment for an application or a platform, that in the event that you need to be able to have that level of resilience that you seek, being able to have that at your fingertips. Now, the team right up front set a very clear objective, to simplify the process, as Andrew will talk about, this sort of zero-touch mindset, digitizing workflows, being able to test and not make it erroneous on the business. Further, we wanted to have everyone involved in the process be advocates for the adoption of the process and the technology. And so targets were set, reducing several thousand hours worth of manual effort, being able to digitize that, being able to get immediate data insights through the testing. In the market today, our clients expect a level of resilience, and the recent events of COVID have highlighted that even more. But fundamentally, what we wanted to be able to do was to have a process in place that showed that we had a level of resilience that was a step change from where we were, that would inspire and empower and build trust across the firm, within the services that we provide the firm.
We really wanted to look at an approach of a zero-touch ecosystem, and that's that ecosystem for us that was the key focus. We wanted to move away from a back-of-house function, an annual project to do a snapshot of the organization. We wanted to move away from a very manual, resource-intensive project to achieve those data points. If you look at the complexity of the data, the change within an organization of this shape and size over the space of 12 months, we really needed to look, if we wanted to have a truly resilient organization all the year round, a real-time approach to collecting that information. So for us to look at a tool to enable us to integrate that approach across the organization was absolutely key as part of our resilience maturity model. The one thing we looked at as a starting point was, where was our single source of truth when it came to key dependencies within the organization, applications, technology. And for us, that was within our CMDB within ServiceNow. We also had the integration, single sign-on, our service management, and our project management were already within ServiceNow. So it became a natural place for us to start and use as a building block for that business resilience model. Another key element for us was the flexibility and scalability. We wanted to look at our 4 key levels of our annual assessment. So our strategic, our operational, our technology, and our process level assessments to all be covered off in the same tool set as part of our resilience framework. And for us, that was another key value add, that we could start with one key area and start building out and look at, in the future, how could we look at scaling out that capability as we continue to evolve our resilience model. If we look at the concept of taking business resilience and business continuity out of a back office function and embedding it within the DNA of an organization such as KPMG to really make it part of our DNA, one of the key things that is essential is making sure that that activity is part of BAU activities. So if we look at the onset of COVID, one of the success factors for us was ability to continue doing those real-time assessments across the organizations when it really mattered most. So traditionally, a project such as an impact analysis across an organization to the scope and scale of KPMG would have been well in excess of 2,000 hours. For us, that was something that was actually being conducted as part of our zero-touch ecosystem whilst we were managing the first phases of COVID. So we were actually benefiting from the information being collected across our organization whilst we were preparing for the pandemic arrival in Australia. That really provided us some critical insights to help us manage our initial phases and focus as part of our response to the COVID-19 pandemic.
in the context of strengthening business resilience, I think it's important that you do have sponsorship and executive level support right up front. Being bold, stretching your thinking and embedding a mindset of digitising and streamlining workflows and embracing technology capabilities as a means for driving that change. Set ambitious targets. And as Andrew said, one of the targets that we set was just that zero touch mindset. We all know that technology is a facilitator of change, but for that to be effective, there needs to be recognition that things need to change. And Andrew spoke about ecosystems, and using ServiceNow aligns with other end user services we provide, and teaching and education for users then, of course, is significantly reduced as they're familiar with the way in which ServiceNow operates. I think having that clear vision and set of objectives and a structured program equally important, but understand also your why. Questions that Simon Sinek would ask will also help. Build trust, empower change, and embed those processes into the business, and don't lose sight of the outcome. Just remain focused on the target that you're looking for. And finally, what I'd say is, look, leverage what others have done previously. Much of what you will do or want to do has been done, and there is so much opportunity for people to collaborate and support one another as they go through a similar journey around improving business resilience and improving the way in which you can represent yourself to your clients.